Welcome aboard Explora II. Spoiler alert, this is my new favourite cruise ship in the whole world. Why? Well, she's just so luxurious, but at the same time, she feels super modern, and I found the atmosphere to be really relaxed and not at all stuffy. So come with me now, and I'm going to show you around every single deck on this ship. We'll start the tour up on the top deck, deck 14 at the Sky Bar. In the evenings, there's often a live DJ, which makes the atmosphere up here feel like an exclusive bar in a trendy resort. The only difference is that all the drinks are free. From here, you can look down onto deck 5 and the astern pool. I'm going to show you down there in a little while, but for now, let's continue this tour and see the rest of deck 14. Also up here is this wellness area. The outdoor gym has rowing machines, it has weight stations and stationary bikes. And there are also some sports courts as well, so you can play pickleball, tennis or basketball. And there's a lovely whirlpool up here as well with stunning views. But now let's head down to deck 12. Most cruise ships don't have a deck 13, and Explora II follows that tradition, or superstition, I suppose you could call it. This deck has a 250 metre running track, so that's 20 times around to complete your 5k run. Deck 12 has 2 infinity whirlpools, and these are really spacious and they offer stunning views of the ocean. Another highlight of this deck are the cabanas. Now, other cruise lines would charge extra for these and probably hundreds of dollars extra, but that's not the case with Explora Journeys. You'll never pay any extra, and we never had a problem finding an empty cabana either. All of the sun loungers on this ship are padded and extremely comfortable. They all come complete with extra large towels and side tables to put your drinks on. At the front of deck 12 is the Helios pool, which is adults only. This is also my favourite pool as it's the coolest one on a hot day. It's really refreshing. Just around the corner there's a bar, and the waiters are regularly patrolling asking if they can bring you anything. Deck 11 has the main pool, and here there are comfy day beds and some more padded loungers. This pool has a retractable roof, so it's perfect for all weathers. It's the biggest pool on the ship, and it's the most popular with the kids as well. In the evening, you can sit here and watch movies on the big screen. And the edge of this pool deck is really sheltered, so you can relax and take in the sea views without being exposed to the weather. And then on each side of the ship, you'll find a large bubbly whirlpool as well. Moving towards the aft of deck 11, and there's a cafe, and this specialises in gelato and crepes, all included of course. And then from here we can head into the Emporium Marketplace, which is the buffet restaurant. This isn't like a normal buffet though, so as you enter, you'll be greeted by a crew member. And you can sit wherever you like, and then within moments someone will be over to ask if you'd like still or sparkling water, and then to take your orders for any other drinks. The service here is impeccable. It makes it not feel like a buffet. So you can have any drinks you want, it's all included, and even ordering cocktails in the buffet is not a problem. There are so many food stations and everything is served to you from behind the glass. It's all labelled. Allergens aren't labelled, but if you ask, then each server has really good info about their station, and they'll do their best to modify anything, such as making you gluten-free. Around this corner is the sushi bar, and the sushi here is so good. I'll admit that I ate it every single day. We never had a problem finding a seat in the buffet. There are way more seats than required, both inside, and then also if we head down this way, there are lots more seats outside at the back of the ship. There are some lovely views here too. It's a really nice place to sit. I'm going to show you this pool on deck 10 in just a moment, but first, let's skip over to the front of deck 11 as I have something else to show you there. This is the malt whiskey bar, which has a huge selection of whiskies, and through these doors is the cigar lounge. There's a walk-in humidor too, where cigar smokers can purchase cigars from around the world. Now, let's head back through the whiskey bar and into the Explorer lounge. This huge lounge has 270-degree panoramic views and lots of comfortable places to take a seat. So you can enjoy snacks here throughout the day, and then in the evening there's live music. You're going to find a selection of jigsaws and board games too. And then out the front of the ship, there are lots more places to sit, with half of this area designated for smokers. Let's have a look at the chef's kitchen. This is a culinary experience where up to 12 guests can enjoy expert-led cooking classes. The chefs often visit local markets ashore to source the freshest regional ingredients. Also on this deck is the Nautilus Club, which is the kids club for ages 6 to 17 years. Now this has games consoles, table football, pool, and I did even spy a hoverboard. At certain times there are hosted activities, and at other times kids are free to entertain themselves. Deck 10 has the fitness centre, which has a fantastic range of cardio equipment and weights, as well as Pilates reformers. Fitness classes are available, and those are included in your cruise fare as well. Heading out of the fitness centre and to the aft of the ship is the Atoll Bar, which leads onto yet another swimming pool. This pool is around 5 feet deep and it's surrounded by lots of comfortable daybeds. Crew members are always around to ask you if you'd like a cold drink, and they also bring around icy flannels to cool you off on a hot day. If the weather's not suitable for sunbathing, there's a sheltered area here where you can just relax and enjoy the views. There are 2 self-service laundrettes on the ship, and this makes it really easy to wash or iron your clothes. These are complimentary, or you can just pay for someone to do the laundry for you. Decks 6 to 10 all have cabins. On this ship, every room is a suite with a balcony, and if you'd like a closer look at the room that I stayed in, then I have a video all about that, which you should take a look at after you finish watching this tour. Now, we're arriving at the aft of Deck 5, and here is the Astern Pool and Bar. This is a shallow infinity pool, and I would advise coming here in the morning, because by the afternoon, if it's a hot day, that water is going to feel like a hot bath. This is the outside seating for the Sakura restaurant, and they do an amazing sushi menu at lunchtime, which you definitely shouldn't miss, as well as a full menu of sushi and Pan-Asian cuisine at dinner. Dining here is included in your cruise fare. It's my favourite restaurant on the ship, and it has some incredible plant-based options, so please don't miss this one. Also on Deck 5 is the Astern Lounge. This is a really sociable area. So we've got a pool table over here, and then there's a stage where you can enjoy live music. You can enjoy talks about the ports that you'll be visiting. There's trivia, karaoke, silent discos, and loads of fun stuff. And like most of the bars, it stays open until the last guest wants to leave. Now moving forward on Deck 5, and there's the MSC Foundation desk. So the MSC Foundation is MSC Cruises' way of giving back, and it's doing some pretty amazing things. So this is where you can go to find out more or offer your support. The art gallery on Explora II is different from most cruise ships, as it doesn't have pieces that you can buy. Instead, the main installation is a photography series, and it takes you deep into the ocean, highlighting the majesty of marine life and raising awareness of conservation. Here on the left, we have Marble & Co., which is the steakhouse. Again, it's included in your cruise fare, and there's a large open kitchen so you can see your food being cooked. Like all of the restaurants on this ship, it's split into several areas, so it doesn't feel too big. This is a really popular place to eat, so I'd recommend booking your table as soon as you can, either before your cruise or via the Explora Journeys app once on board. Now, this is an interesting art installation. It's pages from Romeo and Juliet with most of the text redacted. So this turns the familiar tale into a more abstract and thought-provoking experience. It's definitely worth spending a bit of time looking at this one. Next up on this tour is the Crema Cafe, which is the best place to go to grab a fancy coffee. All included, of course, as are all the drinks when you cruise with Explora Journeys. You can also help yourself to some water or orange juice right here. If you get peckish, there's a selection of cookies and chocolate. And then around the corner, you can get breakfast pastries, fruit and yogurt in the morning, and then sandwiches and cakes later in the day. And just outside, there's a smoking area out on the open deck. Over here is a desk where you can go to make your dine-in reservations. You can visit in person or you could call, but I just found it simpler to do everything on the app. In the evenings, there's live music at this grand piano, and you can see down into the lobby below. Next, we're going to take a look inside Anthology, which is the only restaurant that has an additional fee. Dining here costs approximately $165 per person, and for that you'll get a 7-course tasting menu of refined Italian cuisine. There's seating indoors or out, and if you want a really special experience, then this is the restaurant to book. At the front of deck 5 is the spa. This has all the treatments you could wish for, and the massages are incredible. I also really love the wellness area. So unlike most cruise ships, this is all included in your cruise fare and there's no need to book. Here you can enjoy the sauna, steam room, ice area, there's a big hydrotherapy pool, there's a salt room and relaxation areas. This is the perfect place to relax and de-stress. Let's head down to deck 4 now, and we have 2 more included restaurants to look at. So the first one is Fil Rouge, which is a French restaurant. And as well as being open for dinner, you can also visit here at breakfast time and enjoy a really nice breakfast that's served to your table. All of the restaurants on this ship are pretty big, but they just don't feel it as they're cleverly split into separate areas. And the final restaurant is the Med Yacht Club, which serves Mediterranean cuisine. So there's a bar where you can enjoy a nice pre-dinner cocktail, maybe take a look at one of these themed books, which are pretty interesting. And then this is the restaurant, which has classic modern decor and fantastic food. Now let's take a look at the shopping options on board. So on one side of the ship we have the Journey, which sells clothing, accessories, fragrances and skincare. And then on the other side we have these luxury boutiques offering high-end designer jewellery and watches. And here then we have the lobby bar, which is just a lovely place to relax with a quiet drink. The onboard casino is a decent size and it has a great mix of table games as well as slot machines. And then right at the front of the ship, we have the Journeys Lounge. So here you can enjoy cabaret style entertainment and live music. I hope you've enjoyed this tour of Explora II. If you did, please do give the video a thumbs up and be sure to also check out my tour of an ocean terrace stateroom, which is just absolutely gorgeous.